Say, beware of it. He gonna go, because remember he led us. We just read it in 1 Corinthians 10 and 4, right? That rock, that, go back there again. Read verse 1 Corinthians 10 and 4. So you know, we can come back, but so you know who it's talking about. But you can't put him there, he ain't there. And you don't know. You're in the congregation of the dead. And that's what it said. 1 Corinthians 10 and 4. He said, he ain't gonna pardon your transgressions, but my name is in him. Who killed? Most High. I and my Father are what? One. It all go together. You can't get around it. So you ain't gonna run to your Jesus. You ain't gonna run to your Yeshua. You ain't gonna run to Yeshaya or Yahweh Shai or Mashiach or any of them names and think you're gonna run away from the most high power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But who is it we talking about? He's telling you here the same thing we read about in 1 Corinthians 10, starting at verse 4. Well, let's talk about us in the wilderness. Say, beware of him. It's his angel. Let's read about it.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 24.
No, 1 Corinthians 10 and 4.
Oh, sorry. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. And did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them. And that rock was Hamashiach Yahushua.
Yeah, that rock was Hamashiach Yahushua. Verse 8.
Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed, and fell in one day 320,000.
That's what Hamashiach Yahushua did. He killed 23,000, read.
Neither let us tempt Hamashiach Yahushua.
Neither let us tempt who?
Hamashiach Yahushua.
So what did it say in Exodus 23 and 20 and 21?
Behold, I send an angel before thee, to keep thee in the way, and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him, and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgression, for my name is in him.
That's right. So, go back to 1 Corinthians 10, verse 8.
Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed, and fell in one day 23,000.
23,000 fell in one day. Don't be messing around with my angel. The angel of the Most High, Hamashiach Yahushua. Read.
Neither let us tempt Hamashiach Yahushua.
Tempt who?
Hamashiach Yahushua.
Tempt who?
Hamashiach Yahushua.
Where is he at? In the wilderness. Read.
As some of them also tempted.
As some of them also tempted. Read.
And were destroyed of serpents.
They had flying serpents killed them. Read.
Neither murmur ye.
Don't be murmuring. Read.
As some of them also murmured.
Why are you murmuring? Some of them murmured. Read.
And were destroyed of the destroyer.
There it is. Destroyed of Hamashiach Yahushua. Was he called the destroyer? Going back to Exodus 23 and 20. Behold, I send an angel before thee, Hamashiach Yahushua, to keep thee in the way and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies, and an adversary unto thine adversaries. For mine angel shall go before thee, and bring thee in unto the Amorites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Canaanites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites, and I will cut them off. That's what he said. Gonna kill them. For whose sake? For Israel's sake. Who is this destroyer? Hamashiach Yahushua. Oh, but you don't see. You better understand. This all power. Jeremiah 30th chapter. Y'all better understand this. Jeremiah 30. Oh yeah, they don't teach this in the church, I know. Jeremiah 30 and 19. I'll start at verse 18. Thus said the Most High, behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents, and have mercy on their dwelling places, wherever we live. Mercy is not getting something that you do deserve. And the city shall be builded upon her own heap, and the palace shall remain after the manner thereof. Listen at this verse 19. And out of them shall proceed thanksgiving, and the voice of them that make merry. And I will multiply them, and they shall not be few. I will also glorify them, and they shall not be small. That's what we have coming. We just got to rock into the Spirit of the Most High. Their children also shall be as aforetime, and their congregation shall be established before me, and I will punish all that oppress them. See, all oppressions, you're going to be punished. And their nobles shall be of themselves. I mean, the ones that we have over us shall be of ourselves. But we're not supposed to be putting nobody over us that's not an Israelite. Their nobles shall be of themselves, and their governor shall proceed from the midst of them, the Israelites, and I will cause them to draw near, and he shall approach unto me. For who is this that engages his heart to approach unto me, saith the Most High? And ye shall be my people, and I will be your power. That's our power. He said, behold, the whirlwind of the Most High goeth forth with fury, a continual whirlwind like them tornadoes. It shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked. The fierce anger of the Most High shall not return until he hath done it, and until he hath performed the intents of his heart, of his mind, in the latter days. We're in the last days now, y'all. Ye shall consider it. You don't want to consider it? He just said that's what he's going to do. It's coming. It's been coming. It's just going to escalate. More and more and more. Until everybody going to fear the Most High. They're going to fear Mashiach. They're going to see that it's only him. He's the power. 2 Chronicles 16. We'll start at verse 7. And at that time, Hananiah the seer came, that's like a prophet, before they were called prophets, came to Asa, king of Judah, and said unto him, because thou hast relied on the king of Syria, and not relied on the Most High thy power, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, therefore is the host of the king of Syria escaped out of thine hand. Were not the Ethiopians and the Libyans, North Africans, so-called Africans, a huge host, a huge army, with very many chariots and horsemen? Yet, because thou didst rely on the Most High to deliver them into thine hand. That's what we got to rely on. That's why I say it all the time. We got to develop a relationship with the Most High, with strong faith and believing in him. For the eyes of the Most High run to and fro throughout the whole earth. You see that? To show himself strong in the behalf of them whose heart is perfect toward him. Hearing thou hast done foolishly. Therefore from henceforth thou shalt have wars. So you're going to be fighting against them. So you're going to have wars. Then Asa was wroth with the seer and put him in a prison house. The prophet told him, the seer told him. But no, they got angry because it wasn't what they want to hear. Like some of you get angry because it ain't what you want to hear. If you had the ability to probably put some of us in prison. And some do. Bunch of rats. Call the police on them. And they do end up going to jail.
You gotta think about it.
Because you're trying to tell them the right way. And they got laws now, you just call, you know what I mean? And you all jacked up behind what somebody said. Verse 10, then Asa was wroth with the seal and put him in a prison house, for he was in a rage with him because of this thing. And Asa oppressed some of the people at the same time. He couldn't handle the fact of what the Most High said. But who did he use? He used the prophet. He used a man to tell the king, hey, you ain't trusting me. Sometimes your enemies escape out of your hand. That means they have another time to get their forces together to come against you again. Verse 11, and behold, the acts of Asa, first and last, lo, they are written in the book of the kings of Judah and Israel. And Asa, in the 39th year of his reign, was diseased in his feet until his disease was exceeding great. Yet in his disease he sought not to the Most High, but to the physicians. Think about it now.
Doctors.
Like a lot of you gotta go to the doctor. Try have faith in the Most High. Oh, you need to go to the doctor. But they don't know this. Relate this to me or to whoever you're going to say it to with these scriptures. You know what he said? We got to trust in the Most High to the utmost in faith. First and foremost, listen. And Asa, in the 39th year of his reign, was diseased in his feet until his disease was exceeding great. Yet in his disease he sought not to the Most High by Shalom Mashiach Yahushua. He didn't seek the Most High, but to the physicians. You see? And Asa slept with his fathers and died in the 140th year of his reign. See? Most High killed him. But he made him suffer first. And he was suffering, he didn't call him Most High. And they buried him in his own sepulchres, which he had made for himself in the city of David, and laid him in the bed which was filled with sweet odors and diverse kinds of spices prepared by the apothecaries, abominers, art. And they made a very great burning for him. That's what they did. Jeremiah 17:5. Thus said the Most High, while Mashiach Yahushua, cursed be the man that trusteth in man. Thus said the Most High, thus said the Mashiach Yahushua, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Most High, whose mind depart from the Most High. Oh, I'm gonna believe in this physician. Oh, the physician gonna help me. He gonna take away everything, like we just said. He gonna give you this medicine. There's gonna be a side effect for that. I remember I read the side effects for bronchial asthma inhaler, and I was reading about 5 minutes, and it's still at the end it said etc. etc. That means it can be all kind of side effects. It help you be able to take this medicine and take it in your system and breathe. You gotta look at the side effects for all these things. Look it up. Yeah.
And what's in it, because the flu shot got all kind of stuff in it.
Yeah.
Flu vaccine?
Yeah.
Got all kind of stuff in it. Cyanide and everything.
I mean, all kind of crazy stuff. But see what he did also, depending on who. Trust in what? The physicians. That's why you got to trust in the Most High. First and foremost. What we've been talking about all that? Faith in the Most High. Faith in the Most High. Believing in the Most High. Oh, sure, I'm suffering. You going through pain, this, that, but believing in the Most High. You mean tell me he can't take it away? Oh yeah, he take away everything. But you gotta believe him, you gotta have faith in him. And you'll see. Go back to 2 Chronicles 16 and 9.
Second Chronicles?
2 Chronicles 16 and 9.
Second Chronicles, chapter 16, verse 9. For the eyes of the Most High run to and fro throughout the whole earth, and to show himself strong in the behalf of them whose heart is perfect toward him. Herein thou hast done foolishly, therefore from henceforth thou shalt have wars.
See? The eyes of the Most High, which we know are how strong?
10,000 times brighter than the sun.
10,000 times brighter than the sun. They run to and fro throughout the whole earth to show himself strong in the behalf of them whose mind is perfect toward him, not toward your own self. So I said, lean not on thy own understanding, but trust in the Most High. Give me your Job 34, Job 34 and 21.
Job chapter 34, verse 21. For his eyes are upon the ways of man, and he seeth all his goings.
So he sees all his doings, right? Read it again.
For his eyes are upon the ways of man.
His eyes are upon the ways of man. And what does he see?
And he seeth all his goings.
He seeth all his goings. Whatever you do, you see it all his goings. Get Ecclesiastes 23 and 19, because there might be someone on the line or that's listening or might listen to this and just think that we're making it up about his eyes. Well, let's read about it.
Ecclesiastes chapter 23, verse 19. Such a man only feared the eyes of men.
See, such a man feared how a man gonna look at him. Well, how especially men feel they fear how a woman gonna look at them. You know, they shame if a woman see them not being on top of their game or whatever. They get real shameful. They want to look strong in front of women. They fear the eyes of men. They want to make sure that somebody look at them a certain way. Better be fearing the Most High. Such a man only feared the eyes of men, read.
And know not that the eyes of the Most High are 10,000 times brighter than the sun.
There it is. Doing what?
Beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts.
And he also see what you do in secret, that you think nobody sees you. You hear that all the time, you can feel it. You don't see me. But then, the Most High, he sees these things, and you in the spirit, he reveals it. Get Amos 3 and 7. If you in the spirit, that's what he does. I mean, it might be, and it's so powerful as we have seen people say certain things, don't even realize they said it. You know what I mean? Don't even realize it. But this is what it says. I mean, you know that he reveals it because we have testimonies to prove it. But read.
Amos Read verse 7. Surely